welcome to the Bedford Area Chamber of Commerce Chamber Vibes podcast. This is Kayla with the Chamber. I'm back again this week with Foster, and we have another full table this week, Foster.
Yes, we do. We are here with Helen Walters and Crystal Johnson. Helen is the owner of Sister to Sister Cafe, and Crystal is the owner of CJ's Cakery. Yes. You thought I was going to give you an introduction. Well, good morning to both of you, and I'm so happy to have you both here with us this morning.
Good morning.
So I'm going to talk about a few of our events and things that are coming up with the Chamber, and then I'm going to turn it over to Foster, and she's going to lead this morning's conversation. So we have tons of things going on at the Chamber right now. The best way to find everything is going to our website, bedfordareachamber.com, and click on the News and Events tab. We have opened registration for Leadership Bedford. It's going to kick off in April and go through September of this year. It's a John Maxwell certified leadership course. Monique Minnick with Minnick Enterprises is going to be the lead facilitator again this year. It's such a great program. This is our 26th year of doing the program. You'll get to listen to Monique teach some weeks. Other weeks you'll have panel discussions, industry tours, workshops, and seminars throughout the 6-month program. You'll meet on the 2nd and 4th Tuesday from 9 to 5, April through September. So if you have any questions or you're interested in registering for that class, the registration is open on bedfordareachamber.com, or you can send us an email or give us a call and we'll be glad to give you some more information. We also have exhibitor registration open for our job fair that's coming up on Thursday, April 6th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Forest Public Library. We're so excited for our 10th annual job fair this year, and we're going to be bringing back, thanks to Foster and her hard work, bringing back some of our professional development workshops that we did in the first few years of this job fair. So we have 5 workshops lined up. Do you remember any of the names off the top of your head?
Yes. Monique Minnick will be leading one at 11 a.m. called Discovering Your Superpower, and that's a discommunication workshop, which is also a John Maxwell leadership training. We have Jeff Bennett at 12 p.m., and he will be doing Mastering the Interview. Randy Dutton will be there at 11 a.m., and he's doing a winning philosophy of workforce development. And we have Allison Jordan from Iron Lives, who will be there also at 12 p.m. Most of them are stacked. They'll be from 11 to 1, with each starting from 11 on the hour at 11 and 12. And Allison Jordan is doing Dressing for Success. And we have one more, which is Know Thyself, Achieving Authentic Fit in the Job Search Process, which will be presented by Amanda Stanley of The Artisan Leader. Yes, that was a lot of information, but I remembered it all off the top of my head, so.
Good job. Yeah, we're really excited to just bring this event back for the 10th year and also bring these workshops back and be able to offer something in addition to just a regular job fair. But we're expecting over 30 exhibitors representing businesses all throughout our region with part-time and full-time positions available. It's free to enter. The workshops are free. We'll have plenty of giveaways as usual, and Muncie Smoke Shack will also be there with lunch available to purchase throughout the day. Exhibitor registration is going to be open through the end of March. The early bird registration is closing on Monday, March 13th. So if you're interested in getting the early bird pricing, go ahead and get that in as quickly as possible. We also are having our 14th annual Educational Classic Golf Tournament on Thursday, May 11th. That's going to be at London Downs. And right now we still have sponsorships available and we have space available for teams to enter the golf tournament. So again, that's going to be on Thursday, May 11th at London Downs. We're looking at a 1:30 p.m. start to that event. We also have networking events and ribbon cuttings and things like that are coming up in the next several weeks. Those tend to pop up a little bit quicker than other events, so the best place to keep a check on all of our events is going to bedfordareachamber.com and click on the News and Events tab. You can also feel free to give us a call. Our office number is 540-586-9401, and we'll be glad to get you registered for any events over the phone or just answer any questions you may have. So, Foster, I'll go ahead and turn it over to you if you'd like to start this morning's interview.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Kayla. Good morning again to both of y'all.
Good morning.
So just to start us off, can you both tell me a little bit about your backgrounds, your businesses, as well as how you came to know one another?
Well, I am the owner of Sister Custom Catering in town. I've been there 10 years. It is my second business in this town.
Mhm.
I owned a business on North Bridge. Love Bedford, not from Bedford. I'm from Pennsylvania. Come here, went
Gotcha.
to college and stayed. Surprise, still
Wow.
here. Love it. Met wonderful people, so it's like home to me. And I had met Crystal as she came in as a customer one day, and we became friends. I invited her to my house on Sundays for dinner.
Wow.
So we have known each other 3, 4 years
Mm-hmm.
at
Yeah.
least.
Wow.
And but she's more than a friend. She is a sister in Christ, and I absolutely love Crystal. And so we can fight like Crystal, like sisters.
Like sisters.
But have disagreements like sisters, but love her dearly. And I think God puts people in your life for purposes and reasons, and that's why Crystal is in my life.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, can you tell us a little bit about your cakery business? Just a little.
I started CJ's Cakery. Oh gosh, it's been 8 years ago now.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. My sister's 40th birthday, and she loved potato chips of all things. Growing up, like her food group was potato chips. So I had inquired about getting her a bag of Ruffles cake made.
Mhm.
And when the lady told me the price, I about fell on the floor. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to try my hand at this. So that was my very first cake. And I see now why the lady gave me the price she did.
Yep.
But that kind of kick-started it, and been doing cakes ever since. I have been on a little hiatus for a little bit, but I'm getting back into the groove of things. So.
Well, I enjoyed stalking both of your Facebooks a little bit before this, and I loved some of the pictures of your cakes. And I also noticed that you guys have collaborated with your businesses in the past. Yeah.
We have.
Yeah. I'm surprised that it didn't start out that way,
Yeah.
since you both have such an interest in food. And
No, I went in one day and was eating, and I make a joke of everything, or I try to anyway. And her and I got to talking, and it was like we literally knew each other for years.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And over the years, we have did things together, and she's helped me with catering and cakes. And
we took a vacation to Gatlinburg. Gosh, it was what, two years ago. We went for the week of Thanksgiving.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we did that, and
yeah,
been on little shopping sprees and all kinds of
All the good stuff. All right. Well, so there's an upcoming benefit, and Helen told me that you surprised her with this benefit for her business.
I did.
That's amazing.
I did. She had no idea.
Well, first of all, that's a crazy undertaking.
It is.
It's like I was reading all the information about it. People have been posting all over Facebook about it. There's all these flyers in town about it.
Yep.
And it just looks like an amazing event.
I tell you what, Ron Porter with Porterhouse Catering, or barbecue. I had went up because I've known Ron and Sheila for years, and I went up to their food truck, and he's like, "Crystal, I think we need to do something for Helen." And I was like, yeah, we do. And I was like, what about doing a benefit dinner? And he was like, okay. And at first it was just starting off as like, let's just do this dinner, have a donation only meal, recommended donation $10. And then I got to thinking, let's do a silent auction. And as of right now, I can officially say I have over 30 different silent auction
Wow.
That's
items.
great.
Well,
Yeah.
groups, that range everything from like art supplies to like trips down to Smith Mountain Lake.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's
awesome.
it's an array of things, like I said, and there's nothing. If you're out there and you want to donate something, get in touch with me because I will take it. We're also going to be doing door prizes. There's going to be 4 door prizes. When you come in, you're going to get a ticket, and then every 45 minutes, so like 5:45, 6:30, 7:15, and 8, there will be door prizes. The silent auction will go from 5 until like 7:20.
Mm-hmm.
That way it'll give me enough time to get everything in order and get the winners down. And with a silent auction, you do not have to be present to win, but you stand the risk of being outbid.
Yeah.
So, and then we do have a band from Roanoke coming down called ECB,
Awesome.
and they're a good Christian band, and they approached me about playing for Helen.
Mm-hmm.
And then as of Monday, I do believe Rick Dillinger will be playing the in between the sets
Cool.
of the ECB band. So there will be constant music.
Awesome.
For the children, I have there's going to be coloring books and crayons, and then I have this little treasure chest made up with little toys they can grab from. So there's going to be something for everybody.
This sounds like an amazing
It does.
event. Wow.
Yeah. So, and I've had people that have messaged me that they're like, "Oh, I know I've seen you at Helen's before," and I'm like,
Mhm.
"Okay, hi," But the main thing is, it's Helen's done so much for the community, and it's time for the community to give back to her.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it sounds like everybody has really been coming together.
They have, like,
Yeah.
out of the
Yeah.
woodwork, literally. Like, even people that she didn't expect to,
Mhm.
Yeah.
have approached her and talked to her and,
Mhm.
reached out to me and be like, what do y'all need? At this point, I can honestly say I literally have only spent $50. Everything else has been donated, from the meat for the barbecue, the beans,
Mhm.
the rolls, the cookies have all been donated as of this week. The silverware, the to-go containers, the
Wow.
waters, the ice, the coolers for the ice, everything has been donated. Yep.
Helen, do you know how much that speaks to you
I
as a
have no
person?
clue. I
Yeah.
literally I am beyond shocked. I've even cried to know that people
Yeah.
have come out like that. That sometimes you wonder because you're in a community of who really notices businesses or notices you. Um, yeah, this I really fully see the impact of it, and that's why Crystal's a big part of that. But it's the community. It's
Mhm.
it's giving back to the community, which I've did. We're 18 years. I mean,
Mhm.
not just with this business, with another business. So, it's all about supporting each other instead
Mhm.
of cutting each other, if that makes any sense. A lot of businesses want to undertake or, try to outdo someone. My thing is do what you do and do it the best that you do.
Right.
That is the best thing, the best policy that I can give anybody. But I love the people of Bedford.
Yeah.
Love.
And then another thing about Helen that most people don't know is her beautiful little tip jar that she had that was bedazzled in hot pink glitter. She never let the police officers pay for their meals.
Mhm.
And in her tip jar, that money, which she does not know I know, it does go to help people in the community.
Wow.
And I myself was on the receiving end of that money when I needed emergency dental work done and did not have the
Oh
funds.
my Lord. How did you know that?
See?
Oh my gosh.
I had went to the dentist and it was like $370 some dollars. And when I got up to pay, they were like, you're good to go. And I was like, no, I need to pay my bill. And the lady's like, no, it's paid for. And I was like, there's no way. Like, I did not give you any
Yeah.
money.
Right.
And Helen, being the beautiful soul that she is, had taken care of it. So,
I'm just speechless.
I'm speechless right now because I thought I did that and nobody
You thought it was a
knows the
secret.
things that you do. I listen. I pay attention. I listen to when people are talking.
she did. Yep. And I was just
Ugh.
like, oh my gosh, there's this bill coming. And, we had just moved to a different place and the rent was more. And I was like, oh my gosh, but I got to get this tooth fixed. And, but
Wow.
yeah, she is
Wow.
loved.
Yeah. Yeah.
So any chance to give back to her,
Yeah. Is giving something that you set out to do when you establish your business, or is that just something?
It's something I was born with from the
Yeah.
time I was a little girl. It's never stopped. I was raised in church. Both of my parents, especially my dad. I mean, my mom was a giver too, but my dad My dad would give the last $10 in his pocket.
Mhm.
So I think that was just something that, because you're blessed, whether you know it
Yeah.
or not, when you give, it comes back to you. You may not see it right then and there, but I get more joy when I see something like Crystal just said that to me, what she knew. And I'm like, because to me, I was all excited because she didn't know anything about it. And then she went, because they told me, like, do not tell it was me. So there's little things like that, or helping people during Christmas that, are having a hard time, and they end up with gift cards and don't know how they received it or who even knew they needed it. So
Mhm.
there's little things like that, because I can't say too much because people are like, aha, it was you. And no, we're not doing that. I've always been a giver, and I continue to this day to be a giver. But this has really proven to me that it's been just given back like
Mhm.
tenfold beyond anything I've ever experienced in my life.
Mhm.
And I'm just over blessed, and I just wish other people would do that.
Yeah.
Even paying for someone's drink in the store. I mean, you're out $2 and you get the joy and you leave there like, yeah, I made
Mhm.
somebody's day.
Yep.
Pay
Mhm.
it forward.
And then that's all it takes. If
Yeah.
Yeah.
my philosophy is leave people better than you find them.
Mhm.
Don't judge people where they're at.
Nope.
I myself was a drug addict at one point in my
Mhm.
life. I had a brother that passed from a drug overdose, and that like totally changed my world
Mhm.
around. And that's one thing I have always said: don't judge somebody because they sin differently than you,
Yeah.
because you never know what they're going through, where they've been, where they're going. Everybody has a past, and everybody can have a new future.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. I think those are beautiful words from both of you. I think
Mm.
my personal philosophy,
Yeah.
not to throw in my 2 cents, but I agree. I think people are generally good. We want
right.
to make the world better for each other, and we want to be good to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes our brains and our biases and other things get in the way of that,
Right.
but I think our gut reaction is a pure thing. Um, well, thank you both. I'm just going to reiterate that the barbecue dinner and silent auction,
Mhm.
is March 18th from 5 to 8 p.m.
Mhm.
at the Outpost on Main Street, right across the street from the Chamber of Commerce building,
Yep. At
um,
Bedrock Church.
at Bedrock Church. Is there anything else you'd like to add? Or
I do want to give a huge thank
Mhm.
you, public thank you, to the church, and to everyone who has donated, reached out to
Mhm.
volunteer. I mean, I've done a lot of legwork, but Cherie Dillinger, she has
Mhm.
been a big help with me where I work. During the day I can't reach out to people because Bedford sometimes rolls their sidewalks up at 5. So when I get off work, things are closed.
Yeah.
But she's been a big help in as
Mhm.
far as getting auction items to me, pursuing auction stuff, getting stuff donated. So a lot of credit goes to her,
Mhm.
and she does not know how much I appreciate her.
Yeah.
But and just everybody in the community that's come together.
Yeah.
Um, Again, like I said, I hope people come out. There's stuff for kids.
Mhm.
Of course, there's always great food when Ron and Sheila have anything to do with
True.
anything a barbecue. It's
Absolutely.
delicious.
Delish.
Um, of course, cash is preferred or
Mhm.
checks. We will have a way to do credit cards.
Okay.
Um, it's kind of a tricky thing, but we will be able to accept
Mhm.
credit cards if needed.
Gotcha.
Um, but yeah, other than that, just come out, have time, do fellowship, talk to Helen, bid on all the goodies, and leave with some good stuff, and
Yeah.
you know
Help leave things
help a
better
good
than you found
cause.
it.
That's
Just
right.
go
Yep.
have a good time, do it for a cause.
Yep.
And one last question. So I'm assuming that all the donations are going towards redoing your building. Is that what you're intending to do? Or
Yes, right now our building is in the process of our insurance.
Mhm.
We still have, we still have things that we pay. I don't have a job
Yeah.
right now per
Gotcha.
se. So all that, it helps.
Mhm.
Everything that that has come back has helped pay for things. it takes a while to get back on your feet. I'd never realized that until now. I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh my goodness. Yes, I had insurance, but
Mhm.
everything is tied up within my insurance right now. And it'll be,
Yeah.
it could be a year and a half before anything is ever completed. So, that to me is just, it's an
Mhm.
overwhelming because I don't have a job,
Yeah.
little things, but not like a job every day. So.
Please. But you're still catering and stuff, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay.
With after the passing of my son, I
Mhm.
kind of had to take a step back a little bit,
Mhm.
just to regroup myself because of your stress a little bit, and plus the fire. So, yeah, I do little things, not doing
Okay.
big things because I don't have any equipment.
Gotcha.
So that's another thing. I have
Okay.
no equipment. So that helps pay, it helps pay for things that I do need to do these
Mhm.
little jobs because we lost everything
Mhm.
and we just got done remodeling our kitchen in the back, and so
No.
it's just starting from like tongs. I mean, people have no clue, like tongs, or like the little plastic
Yeah,
spoons.
serving
Yeah.
serving spoons.
Yeah, or the funny thing is, I will tell you, is that I had to do some cookies and I could not find a cookie scoop. And it was like, "Oh, there's probably one in the building." What am I thinking? There was nothing. There's the little things like a
No.
cookie scoop or, a cookie oven. I mean, we had a cookie oven, which um, Crystal one time she was making cookies, which I can share this because it's a funny story.
Look at her laughing.
Crystal one time was making cookies for something. We had a cookie oven, and apparently the cookie oven, Crystal didn't break the cookie oven, but the cookie oven didn't bake the cookies. So, little things like that,
Yeah.
and Crystal was so like, these cookies are not. Then she burned them up. She put them in the oven and burned them.
No.
Well,
So,
apparently the cookie oven was just like it felt hot on top.
Uh-huh.
So I put and it cooked what 36 cookies at a time.
yeah,
Oh
36 cookies at a
wow.
time,
Yeah.
like within 12 minutes.
Yeah, so I was like, man, I'm gonna rock these like 150 some cookies out, put them in there, and I was like, set my little phone for 12 minutes. And I went back and looked. And I was like, they still look round. What?
Mm.
Wait. So anyway, I reached in and I was like, maybe maybe it wasn't warm enough. Another 12 minutes and they had barely just melted down. I was like, oh no. So I called Helen and I was like, Helen, this isn't working. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, it's not, the cookies aren't cooking. Like they're not baking at all. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just put them in the oven. Well, I guess where they had proofed,
Oh no.
they were, I guess, like a quarter of the way already done. And they came out black as these
Like
microphones.
rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh God, it's gonna smell burnt in here from these cookies.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I mean I was dying laughing. I was like, you know what? I am never doing any more cookies ever.
Yeah.
No more cookies, only cakes.
That's a funny story. After that, we did get another cookie oven, but it was so hysterical. So there's little things like that the
Yeah.
equipment you don't have to do the things that made your life so easy.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not easy. Trust
Yeah.
me.
Well, this has been a great talk.
Thank you.
I appreciate both of y'all coming on.
Hey, thank you.
And I highly encourage everybody to go out to Bedrock Community Church on March 18th from 5 to 8. Go and have a great time. Go and support Helen. Go and support her business. Be a part of the community that she has looked out for and, give back to her. You deserve it.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. All right.
And Crystal, if anyone wants to donate anything or wants to get in touch with you, what's the best way to do that?
During the day they can text me. My phone number is 434-473-3827. Of course, text during the day because I am at work, and then I do go to lunch from 1 to 2 typically every day, so I can talk between that times. I am trying to get all the donations in by this Friday, next Monday at the latest, just because I've got so many sheets to get together. But if you do have something that you'd like to drop off, I work at Rowlett's Auto, which is directly across from the Farmers Market Pavilion. I am there from 8 to 5. Jeremy, the owner there, you can talk to him. He's full support for his Helen. So
Love Jeremy.
so anything, if you have anything to drop off, if I'm not there, you can give it to him and he will make sure that it gets in the right hands.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys both so much for coming on. This
Thank
has
you for
been
having us.
fantastic. And again, if anyone has any questions or need information about the chamber, feel free to give us a call or visit our website. Next week, Foster, we're going to have Brooke Stevens come on with Backdrop Bedford. And I know Brooke listens to our podcast, so I'm just going to give her a little plug here. Last week, I couldn't remember the exact name of the bounce house.
Yes.
It is the White Bounce House is the name of it. So Backdrop Bedford is the first franchisee of the White Bounce House in Virginia. So Brooke is going to be joining us next Wednesday on the podcast. Brooke, if you're listening, we're very excited to have you come on. And everyone else that's listening, thank you for keeping up with our podcast, and keep a lookout for the next Chamber Vibes podcast.